week, too. Greetings, campers. I was looking for that link this morning from the clip from the soundtrack from Young Guns 2 by Bon Jovi. It's called Billy Get Your Guns. So I did a search through my notes, and it couldn't come up. Now, I know I posted that several times, so I don't know why the search function isn't working, but punched it into YouTube, and I found the most amazing clip. This is number 4. This is very important, and it comes right after clip number 3, which is Brendan O'Connell's discussing the Trump loss that I mentioned last night. And in this, Brendan is saying the only thing to protect America is our military. And as he says in there, and by the way, nobody commented if they thought I should reach out and see if we can get an interview, which answers my question. Yes. So, number 4 is Billy Get Your Guns, but it's a clip. But in this thing by Brendan, he says the military, and he said he would be outside the military bases handing out flyers and talking to them. And he even says in there he would hire, strippers or real hot women, chicks, to hand out flyers and get our young military's attention to say, hey, what about this? Okay? Now, this ties into Billy Get Your Guns. And one of the lines in here that always brings me kind of a chill is trouble's blowing like a hurricane. What I like about this particular clip is it's taking some dialogue from the film, and it puts it in context. And this is brilliant. You must watch this. Because isn't this the same time as the Act of 1877 was passed? And this is about the governors and the bankers and Billy Boy. I think you'll like it. And it speaks volumes. First link is planets. Interesting. James sent me this morning. Little different version of this I pulled from space.com. Evidently on the 10th, we have an interesting alignment of Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury, which makes me think of Queen. Mercury. And evidently on the 10th, you'll be able to see all 3 if you look to the west, the southwest. And there'll be like a little triangle. And this is there's a little picture in here that's good. Check it out. I'll take a look. So you'll still see Jupiter and Saturn, and they are spreading further apart. And Mercury will be there. Don't know what the astrological significance is, but the visuals should be pretty. Simultaneously, in the early morning, we should have Venus, bright and shining, that people think is a star, visible towards the crescent moon. That should be pretty. So we've got a cold front coming into Florida. That means we'll have nice, crisp, clean, cold air, and it should be visible. So Piglet will be brought out into an open space where I will have an unobstructed view shortly after sunset. Number 2, we're going to shout out for Meg. This is a great link. You want to watch this. Antifa in the Capitol. Twitter video. If you click on it, there's a good video, but you have to scroll up, and there's another one of the crowd outside the Capitol. And people screaming, no Antifa. And you see the standard idiot Antifa move, trying to smash windows. One guy grabs the dude and throws him to the ground in the crowd. And then another little Antifa shit kind of tries to interfere. Now, I'm amazed that the crowd didn't beat these people, but I think they were being peaceful. Take a look. You decide. And then the second video is a little further down. And you see that Bernie Carrick, the ex-commissioner from New York, is in this feed. But also scroll down further, and you see the Twitter sewer trolls that are saying, oh yeah, it's a good argument, this was overdubbed and this was edited, And that's a great spin to blame Antifa, because anybody could say it's Antifa. So I don't know, the facial recognition and everything else. So there's your little Twitter sewer out there, which is why I really don't play with Twitter. But check out those videos. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Then Brendan's video, people wanted to see it. Petra Dalla, over there in the UK, an expat from New Jersey, wants to say, where's Brendan's video? Well, you could punch in his name and say, where's Brendan's video? And there it is. Boom. This is good. Check it out. Full rant where he kind of trashes everybody and explains why he's so pissed. I like it. It's always good to hear somebody who's disgruntled. And good stuff. And then Billy, Get Your Guns, number 4. In perspective, campers. I don't know which one you want to watch first, but I did try to follow up on Lynn Wood's thing that I posted for you yesterday. And guess what? The channel has been terminated by YouTube. So the question is, the next crowd of 150,000 people, should they be at the Capitol or should they be at media demanding whatever they'd like? I don't know. Maybe they should dress up as Antifa and bring spray cans and, you know, apply the Antifa techniques to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and, you know, there'll be no prosecutions, right? Because if Antifa is found in the Capitol, I want you to notice that the media is saying there's 55, 62 arrests in Washington. That's within a day. Yet there were no arrests on the abnormalities that violate state election laws and federal election laws and postmasters and Billy trouble blowing like a hurricane. It's infuriating. That's what I've got for you this morning. I've been catching up with people. We'll worry about George when we worry about him. I've got other stuff to do today. And I am still taking a beat. Now I have to add one last thing, and that is talking with the engineering department, at least half of it. And Chuck was pissed. He called his both of his senators, and he didn't hold back. He said he was cussing. I'm like, really? Imagine that. So here's the thought. You know, you take a beat. And then he said, last night we talked late, and he said that, yeah, this isn't done. I said, I agree, it's not done. And the question really is, and we'll still have to wait and see, is Trump playing his games because that's why they're pitching for this 25th Amendment? Because he's saying one thing, and has he actually got something planned? I don't know. We'll see. The amount of energy with the angels that walk amongst us and angel fire. I don't think it's that stoppable by saying, okay, show's over, thank you very much. No, sir, we want an encore. It's like a good Santana concert, right? Bring them back for an encore. Now, a thought dawned on me, and I hate to be an apologist for wimps, but we'll see. Argument could be made that threats could have been made to our commander-in-chief that the psychos will destroy the country if he doesn't fold. And perhaps Nashville was an example of what could happen. Right? Battery warning. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Perhaps unrelated. That's the deep state just playing their games to destroy further evidence. Because for some miraculous reason, Lynn Wood and Sidney Powell didn't name Dominion in their lawsuit, thus getting a freeze on their equipment, documents, etc., and demand that they be produced forthwith, etc., etc., even though it was limited to civil litigation because the criminal department laid down link number 4, campers. And on that note, I leave you in peace. Leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe. And a shout out to Albany, New York. We'll say, hey, Dominic. I like upstate New York, always did. The Adirondacks are beautiful. A lot of great space in this country. Let's keep it that way. See you later. Bye, campers. And don't forget to support the channel. And Duxbury Real Estate, I haven't seen my PayPal ring with the $100 because Pence was going to resign by Monday. FJ out.